Atyla Rica, and welcome back to Self-Discovery the Academy, the place where we excavate the mud and the gunk and discover the gold within. As promised, today we are diving deep into the topic of gratitude. It is a very easily spoken word, but also an uncomfortable truth. One that might sit heavy in your chest, one that might make us pause, but it is the truth we all need to hear. We have always been sold a sanitized version, or rather the commercialized version of gratitude. We've been told, just write down 3 things you are thankful for. Slap a positive mindset over your anxiety. Force a smile. Tell yourself you're vibrating high, and watch the universe hand you everything on your vision board. And so, we tried it. We bought the journals, we checked the boxes, we recited our affirmations in the mirror with hopeful eyes. And yet, our life didn't fundamentally change. The breakthrough we've been praying for, claiming for, holding on to faith for, it's still stalling out. The relationship you're desperate to heal is still fractured. The peace we crave feels just as far away as it did 5 years ago. Why? Because we have treated gratitude like a psychological hack, a magic spell, a polite little thank you whispered out into the ether, hoping it will trigger some cosmic vending machine to drop our manifestations right into our laps. But here, in this space, through all the deep inner work we do every single day, we have learned something seismic. Something that changes everything. Gratitude is not a mood. It is not just a thought. It is a huge word. It is the biggest and clearest mirror of our lives. It is not something we feel only when life is convenient. It is not just a fleeting feeling that prompts us to say, I am grateful, and then that's it. It is the operational framework of our entire existence. It is how we stand, how we see, how we love, and until we understand what gratitude actually entails, what it demands of our eyes, our ears, our minds, our hearts, and most importantly, our body and hands, every attempt at manifestation is just shouting into an empty room. Because when we truly manifest, when something real, lasting, and blessed comes to us, it will be progressive. It will cover all angles. It will touch every part of our lives. And we will know it is real because we will have become the kind of person who can hold it. So what does it actually mean to be grateful? Let's strip away the fluff, okay? Let's go beneath the words. Real gratitude rests on 3 pillars, and the third one is the one that changes everything. Okay, the first one is radical perception, seeing the invisible infrastructure. Most people only thank God, the Creator, the universe, for the highlight reel. We give thanks for the promotion, the sudden windfall, the big win, the clean bill of health. But real gratitude requires radical perception. It is the terrifying and beautiful ability to see the invisible infrastructure holding our lives together right this second. It is seeing the quiet, uncelebrated sacrifices our parents made so we could have a fighting chance. The meals they skipped, the sleep they lost, the dreams they set aside so that ours could begin. It is seeing the unseen labor of the person who built our home, cleaned our streets, stocked the shelves of the food we ate this morning, the hands that worked, the bodies that tire, so we could wake up safe and fed. It is recognizing that every single breath we take is an unearned gift, a loan from a universe, from a creator that owes us nothing. When we only notice the extraordinary, we live in a state of chronic entitlement. But when we learn to perceive the ordinary as a miracle, entitlement dies instantly. Second, the deep comprehension. Understanding the cost. Gratitude isn't just seeing, it's understanding the cost. Nothing in this reality comes free. Every piece of wisdom we possess was bought with someone else's pain, someone else's trial, someone else's error. Every meal on our table required life to be surrendered. Every safe space we occupy was guarded by someone else's discipline, someone else's courage, someone else's care and compassion, someone else's consideration for us. So when we walk through life with this kind of comprehension, we stop looking at what the world owes us. And suddenly, we become acutely, humbly aware of how much we owe the collective and each other. How much we owe the people around us, how much we owe the one who gave it all. Number 3, execution. The translation into behavior and how we treat others. Okay, so this brings us to the most critical, most neglected piece of all, the one that changes everything. Gratitude that stays locked inside our head is incomplete. Gratitude only journal about in the safety of our room is a sterile exercise. It is unfinished. It is like saying, I love you to the Creator, and then turning around and treating His very creation with carelessness, impatience, or coldness. Just let me... I need the fan because it's hot, but I'm worried that my camera keeps on shaking. Okay, so where was I? Alright, so true gratitude is an active verb. It demands to be translated into behavior, specifically, okay, into how we treat people. So because, and please hear this, okay, our thoughts, our feelings, our actions toward every human being we meet, our friends, our colleagues, the stranger on the street, the person closest to our heart, these are the very basics of showing gratitude to the Creator and the universe. How we speak to them, how patient we are with them, how we see them, how we honor their dignity, their weariness, their humanity. That is not just being nice, that is worship. Worship to God. So that is gratitude in motion. That is how we say thank you to the one who made them by loving His creation well. That is how we say thank you to God. So if we are unkind to people, we cannot be truly grateful. If we are impatient, dismissive, entitled, or cold, we are not honoring the gift. We are not honoring the giver. And this is where so many of us stumble. This is the great blind spot that keeps our breakthroughs at bay. We are hindering our own breakthroughs, okay? We sit in our rooms, we light our candles, we visualize abundance, we visualize wealth, we visualize peace and happiness, we pray over, our prayer mats or our vision boards, and then we ask for blessings. All the while, we treat the very people in our lives and those closest to us and those who are in contact with us with casual neglect, with impatience, with unspoken demands. Think about how so many of us approach family life, partnership, and love. We say we want a happy marriage, we want a peaceful, thriving home, we pray for a wonderful family and a life filled with love. But look closely at the hidden mechanics of how we operate. Self-reflection is very important. Okay? Too often we treat these sacred bonds as an extraction system rather than an altar of contribution. We enter into them backwards, expecting our partner to fill our emotional gaps, expecting our children to fit our convenience and fulfill our expectations, treating the people who love us most like they exist to serve our schedule, our comfort, our dreams, our personal interests. We want the harvest of a happy family without ever offering the soil of our own selfishness. If our partner is tired, we feel inconvenienced, right? If they carry a weight we don't see, we feel that they aren't doing enough. If our child has needs that disrupt our quiet evening after work, we feel irritation rise before understanding. We want the title of loving partner and devoted parent. But the moment commitment demands sacrifice, unselfishness, or an end to our self-absorption, we check out. We treat human beings, souls made of the same love as us, like commodities, like tools meant to manage our comfort. And when the weight of that self-created pressure finally caves in, when the friction of our own selfishness becomes too heavy to bear, what do we do? What do we do? Instead of turning inward, instead of facing the mirror, instead of taking accountability and gently, humbly serving the people we've neglected, too many of us reach for something to numb it all. Can I name a few? Hell yes. First, drugs, alcohol, endless entertainment and pleasure as a means of distraction. We call it self-care, self-love, or survival. We tell ourselves we deserve this escape. I must clarify, while self-care and survival is a need, it is not a pass for us to take things for granted. But let's be honest. Let's call it what it is. It is not care. It is running away. It is taking the gift of consciousness, the gift of a life, the gift of people who love us, and then numbing ourselves against the very responsibility to nurture them. To ask the universe, the Creator, to bless us with children, abundance, peace, and breakthrough, while we turn away from the people He placed right beside us or right in front of us. That is spiritual bypassing at its absolute worst. And then we wonder why our lives feel barren, why we don't have a happy marriage or family. We wonder why our manifestations won't stick, why peace feels so far. Let me say this clearly, okay? Let it sink in deep. We cannot manifest a high-level reality while carrying low-level entitlement. We cannot cultivate peace in our lives while cultivating war in our own home and our own lives. We cannot call forth abundance while hoarding our patience, our kindness, our presence from the people who love us most. True gratitude teaches us to see the sacred in the mundane and cultivates the discernment to see what is right, wrong, and imbalanced. It asks us to look at our family not as an obligation, not as a service agency for our happiness, but as our primary altar. The way we love the people around us, that is our spiritual practice. That is our worship. That is how we say thank you to the Creator by loving His creation with care, with respect, with full presence. Excuse my children making noise outside, okay? So the way we face our reality head on, without keeping score, without turning away, that is the true audit of our soul. Okay, I want you to do something with me now, okay? Close your eyes. Close your eyes for just a moment. okay? And I'm going to hypnotize you. Just kidding, okay? Of course, if you're driving, please don't close your eyes, okay? Please keep them open, but take a mental snapshot, all right? Just one. Okay, think of someone in your life, someone close. Maybe it's your partner who quietly carries so much of the weight of your home while you chase your grand ambitions. It can also be your parent, okay? Never asking for praise, never asking to be seen. Maybe it's your child who just wants 5 minutes of your attention and you brush them aside because your mind is full of your own worries. Okay? Maybe it's your parent, like I said, or a friend, or a colleague, someone who shows up for you again and again and again, and you've stopped noticing. I want you to now see them, really see them, the way they laugh, the way they look when they're tired, okay? The little things they do that make your life softer, easier, brighter, that you haven't thanked them for. Look at them. Look at them in your mind's eye. Really see them. Okay? Now open your eyes. Now you see me. Haha. Okay, basically what I wanted to say is that we spend so much time looking outward, looking toward the horizon, looking for the next big milestone, the next status symbol, the next level of success. And in all that looking forward, we walk right past the living miracles standing in our kitchens and our living rooms. We treat them like background characters in our own story, like tools for our convenience. And here is the tragedy, the one that breaks my heart to say, we almost never realize the true weight of someone's presence until we are forced to feel the infinite space of their absence. Imagine just for a moment waking up tomorrow and they're gone. Imagine the silence in the house, the empty chair, the text that you can type but you can no longer send, the voice that we will never hear again. Suddenly, all our vision boards, all our financial goals, all our desperate plans for a better life, they would shatter into dust because we would trade every single one of them, every penny, every dream, just for 5 more minutes, to look them in the eye, to say, I see you, thank you, I'm sorry for making it all about me. Why? Why should we wait for loss to teach us gratitude? Why should we require tragedy to wake us up to love? It shouldn't be that way. You can choose right now to see them, to honor them, to treat them with the reverence they deserve. Because how you treat them is how you treat the gift. That is also how we get the universe to reciprocate the energy we give out. So let us be clear about one thing forever. Manifestation is not a cosmic cheat code to get the universe to serve our ego. It is a stewardship test. The Creator, the universe, life itself will never trust us with a larger room, a bigger platform, a deeper abundance until we prove that we can sacredly steward the small room and the ordinary people we've been given right now. Alright? So before we ask for more, myself included, look at how we give. Before we ask for more money, look at how we share what we already have. Before we ask for a global audience, look at how we serve the people right in front of us, without needing praise, without needing thanks. Before we demand a breakthrough, break down our entitlement. Ask ourselves, am I treating people as blessings to honor or as tools to use? True gratitude is an active force of love. It changes the tone of our voice. It softens the friction in our home. It honors the invisible labor of everyone who keeps our world turning. It sees the divine spark in every soul and bows to it. Then comes this important part. Gratitude, when truly understood, is also far more than a surface level appreciation or a habit of counting blessings. It is a whole way of being, a lens through which we interpret reality. It is a posture that shapes how we move through the world. Just like I said earlier, true gratitude teaches us to see the sacred in the mundane and cultivates the discernment to see what is right, what is wrong, and what is imbalanced. So crucially, gratitude does not mean forcing ourselves to see the good in what we know is bad, harmful, or detrimental. It does not ask us to gloss over pain, excuse injustice, or pretend that something damaging is actually a blessing in disguise. There is no toxic positivity in gratitude. Learning to take care of ourselves, to honor our boundaries, to walk away from what hurts us, to keep ourselves and those we love safe, is also showing gratitude and taking care of the gift. It is gratitude in action, honoring the gift of our own lives, our well-being, and the people entrusted to our care, honoring our safety. To protect what matters is to acknowledge its worth. So when we start living like that, when gratitude becomes our posture, our behavior, what we see, what we hear, and what we do, when it becomes our standard of love, we don't even have to chase manifestation anymore. Manifestation chases us. Things will change progressively. You will just suddenly realize that, things are changing because we have finally become someone who knows how to hold a blessing without crushing it. So this is the truth we came here to share. Every person we meet, friend, colleague, stranger, family, is a gift from the Creator. How we treat them is how we worship the Creator. It is our prayer, our offering, our gratitude made visible. It doesn't matter who you know, whether they are of a different religion, different race, different color, different language. It does not matter. They are still the gift from God that you must treasure. So if this video touched your heart today, drop a love below. And if this resonated with you even just a little, I would love to hear one other word than gratitude that stood out to you. Just one. So I know you're there. Alright? So that I know I'm not talking to the air. So that we can acknowledge and carry this truth together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing the work. Thank you for choosing to seek the real, loving, and abundant one within you. In the small moments, with the people right beside you. That is where everything changes. And thank you for my 400 over subscribers. I am so grateful for you. Thank you for joining me in this journey. I'll see you in the next deep dive.